guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's going on, everyone? NCAP24 here from Huddle.gg. Today's video, we're going to talk about an RPO that was added to Madden 22 that's got great options in the red zone. You're going to be able to hit the tight end, the post, or run it in with your quarterback as a third option. Now, it also works in the middle of the field. As you can see that you can get it to your tight end and have one man to beat. And typically, that's just going to be the cornerback that's left on an island. And with the size of your tight end, a lot of times he's going to break that tackle and get a lot more yards the way the game is playing this year. So let's go ahead and jump into it and show you how this play works. So the play we're going to be looking at is called RPO read flat wheel, and the four playbooks that it's found in is the Broncos, Chiefs, Jaguars, and Texans. I want to highlight the Chiefs because my first game plan for Huddle GG is going to be out of the Chiefs playbook, and something I'm looking to go ahead and release as soon as possible, even by the end of today if I get all the work done. Been grinding ever since I've had EA Play, and basically with some help from some others to get the game plan up, trying my best to do so for you guys. So let's look at this play as more of a red zone play to start. See how there's an R and a P over there? We're going to look at the P defender, and if he does not stay with the RB, we're going to throw it, basically a snap throw to him. If he does, then we're going to look at the B real quick. If the B is open underneath on the break, we're going to hit him. If not, we're going to run with our quarterback and throw the ball away depending on what we see. There are times where the RB will get tackled. When the RB gets tackled, a lot of times that's going to open up your ability for your quarterback to run. So let's go ahead and look. This is against cover 3, right? So what we're going to see here is we're going to look at that RB. He's open. We're going to walk in the end zone. And I can't tell you how consistent this is. If somebody is going to want to stop this, they're going to have to pass commit. And usually during, inside the red zone, pass committing isn't exactly something that a lot of people do, just for the fact that they're not really worried as much for play action, and they're not worried as much for just the pass in general. They have to worry about the run as well, right? So we'll show it to you again. Look at this player. You can see here that we're going to be able to throw it to him, get ourselves a nice easy touchdown. Now let's look at the second option, which is going to be the B right here. You're going to see that the B is going to be open right in that little spot, and you can be able to hit him as well. So if they pass commit and they've got the ability to where, they're basically going to take away that player, my eyes are going straight to the B as long as the user is not going to, be there, right? So you can see how we're able to fit that in. Just kind of a quick pass in that seam and basically make it work. Now the last option is to actually run with your quarterback. And I feel like this option this year is actually a pretty good one with RPOs. I think that there are going to be some RPOs out there that you can actually just use that as kind of a main scheme if you wanted. I don't say main scheme, but at least something that you can kind of get with a formation to have some fun with and make people have to worry about it, where you can open up the rest of your scheme is probably a better way of saying it. But definitely think it's something this year that, if it's something that, you miss the reads or you see that, being able to run with the quarterback is definitely an option. Now, let's back it up and let's talk about some other coverages just to make sure that you can see that this works, on the field and why I like it so much. With the cover 3, what you saw in the intro of this is that a lot of times you're going to be one-on-one, and I was a terrible read. Even if I made the terrible read there, you're going to see that we still were able to kind of throw it because the B basically goes ahead and shields them. So let's try this again. See, this is a better read. Now, what's going to happen a lot of times is that you've got a one-on-one with that player. Noticing that your tight end is have to go against a corner. If you're in a mutt situation, that's Dion. That's a really good option for you. If you're in normal, regs head-to-head, just getting a tight end on a corner is going to yield a lot of broken tackles, right? So I want to make sure that you understand that. That's with cover 3. Now, let's go to something like cover 1. The reason why I'm doing cover 1 is because cover 1 and cover 3 look very similar when it comes to a single high safety. So maybe you thought it was going to be cover 3 and end up being cover 1. I want to make sure that you can see it. If they're in cover 2, you can see 2 high safeties. A little bit easier to kind of recognize, right? So let's just look at this here. And what you're going to see, same exact thing. And with cover 1, the difference is going to be is that the right corner is going to be out of there, right? So I want to make sure that you see that. If I do a cover 2 man, you're going to have that ability to have that safety up there. but let's look at it here again. You can see that there's a good possibility you're going to get that same opportunity to throw it to that player and get yourself some, yards that way as well. Now, I put glitchy in the title. That's more for, people's eyes. This is definitely easy to stop if they pass commit, right? If they pass commit, then what you're going to see here is that that guy is going to kind of bail out, and we're going to kind of throw it there for us. But you're going to see that that guy's going to bail out, and it's going to be a little bit easier to throw. Now, even if they do pass commit, if they're off coverage, then what you're going to see a lot of times is you're still going to be able to throw that. If you're just looking at one player, you're going to be able to throw that. Now, for cover 2 guys, when you see that's too high safety, it's not going to be a good throw at RB. That guy's going to be right in that spot to basically pick it off, and I'll show it to you. You see this, you think you got it bailed, this guy's going to pick you off. So when you see a cover 2 look, you want to check out of this. If you happen to be something where somebody maybe late audibles and you can't check out, what my suggestion is to hold on to the A button, and holding on to the A button is going to give you the opportunity to run the ball. Right? It's as simple as that. You hike the ball, you continue to hold on to the A button, you're going to be able to do that. So that's what basically all these the different coverages is going to make this work. Really nice play, something that you can definitely have some fun with. Wanted to show it to you out of the Chiefs playbook because it's only in a few, and I think the best playbook is the Chiefs, especially when you know that I've done some content already on the website, and plan on actually continuing to do so out of the Chiefs playbook because I think it's that good. So next thing we want to do is look at current gen. And I want to make sure that you guys understand we're making a big commitment to current gen as well this year. We're going to have, the plan is to have content every month, a game plan specific for current gen. So that way, if there are things that are different, which it appears that there will be, we have some dedicated content for that. So not only do you get all the game plans in which will be for next gen that you can carry over to current gen, but having specific current gen is going to be part of the plan. So let's go ahead and take a look at that now. So now you're going to see that we're on Xbox One. You can see that I changed the team to the Bucks. The player, it's a little bit skinnier, just has a little bit different feel. Obviously, you're going to see that there's going to be, the movement's going to be a little bit faster, but the same principles apply. You're going to look at the P player, and what you're going to see is if it comes down, we're going to be able to throw that ball out there and get ourselves that good yardage, right? If he stays with that player, you're going to want to be able to throw it to the B receiver. In this case, you see I got Levante David out there, which I believe he's got Lurker. So you're going to want to make sure that you kind of stay away from him a little bit and throw it a little bit later. But let's see here. Does he stay with him? I'm just going to wait that ball, see how I threw it behind him. I wanted to make sure that you see that you're going to do it behind it. I could have easily thrown that ball to the RB receiver, but you can see that I waited on it, and you're going to get that ability to kind of throw it out there. Same difference, same thing works. Want to make sure that I showed you that in next gen. I was labbing this with a different cover 3 just to kind of look at it. And this cover 3 actually allowed for the tackling of that tight end a little bit more. I want to make sure that I mention that because if he gets tackled, that usually opens up the ability to run with your quarterback a lot more. So let's see if he gets tackled this time. He does. Now we're going to kind of run it as a draw play. Right? So I want to make sure that you understand it, that on this type of deal, it doesn't really, you shouldn't freak out. You should be able to kind of run it like a draw because what ends up happening is that guy goes and does that. Everybody else is kind of blocked. So you still have it. Now, in this situation, we didn't get any illegal players upfield when it comes to our O-line. So you could have thrown it to either one of those players, but you do want to worry about that a little bit. And, this way you can see everybody even goes for a block here, and that's where they're running the quarterback can run. So I wanted to make sure that I showed you that. Now, last thing I want to mention, guys, is that we have a special when it comes to our website. We're giving a 50% off our subscription rate up through September 1st. I can't express this enough that if you're planning on doing any content with us, you're going to get $9.95 is what you're going to pay. All you got to do is subscribe to the standard of our 2 subscriptions, and you're going to get all the pro benefits. So everything that we have in our tier 2 is going to be given to you for as long as you're subscribed for the tier 1 price. Something you're going to want to jump on. I promise you we're going to have a fire game plan coming out later today, as long as everything works out there, and be able to basically start the year right. Everybody's kind of dwindling down on their EA Play. get the the game plan, understand the game plan, and basically when you are able to get it on the 17th again, be able to go out there and really dominate. So just wanted to make sure that you knew that $9.95 gets everything on the website, as long as you go ahead and subscribe before, or actually through September 1st. After that, the prices are going to be the $9.95 for all game plans. But if you want everything on the site, it's going to be $19.95. So want to make sure you guys understand that. Great deal. Love to start the year with some content, that you guys are going to have a lot of success with. We're going to be pushing both the current gen and next gen content every month. So those people that are, worried that they're staying on current gen and there's not going to be any websites that are going to tailor towards them, we absolutely will. It's going to be next gen is going to be the bulk. But then, the current gen is going to be stuff that we're going to make sure we got dedicated content for those that are on there, so that anything that doesn't carry over from next gen, you've got your own content. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support. We're really excited for new Madden season, and we'll catch you on tomorrow's video.